Everybody, this is Pranley, also known as Late as 12, wishing you all a very, very happy Diwali and very happy New Year for everybody celebrating. Apologies, I wasn't there on the pod on Tuesday, was out of town traveling and celebrating Diwali with the family. But there's a team selection video here. I'm going to take much long because Pras is uploading his in a couple of hours. And Zoff, my man, who's on Wildcard in Gameweek 9, is going to upload his in the morning as well. So make sure you have notifications on because we've got about 3 more videos coming on this channel in the next 24 hours. So I hope you're checking it out. And let's get into it. I was on Wildcard in Gameweek 8, as most of you already know. How did we do? 72 points. Gabriel coming clutch with a 12-pointer. He got an assist and a goal, I think. I think he got an assist in the Champions League as well. He's doing well. One shot of DEFCON. Very happy with the pick long term. Timber with 6 points. Arsenal defenders are just such a pleasure to own. And even if they don't perform, if they concede one goal, they've got points potential on both sides of the pitch. Gabriel has DEFCON potential. It was fun. Rodon didn't do much. Pope, unfortunate with a 2-pointer. That's the one slight regret that I have on the wildcard. Is if I played because I was so involved in figuring out my wildcard that I didn't give enough thought to the fact that I could maybe bench Pope and play Dubravka. That would have led to 79 points in the wildcard instead of 72, which would have made a good wildcard great. But no complaints. Happy with that decision. Senesi 2-pointer who came on for Enzo Fernandez. It was a risk. I knew that. But Enzo Fernandez got 45 minutes for Chelsea midweek in Europe. Scored a penalty when João Pedro wasn't on the pitch. And that's almost ideal. So I'm feeling pretty confident about him starting against Sunderland at home as well. Saka with a no return 7-pointer was just beautiful, man. He got bonus points, he got DEFCON, and he got a point for a clean sheet as well. So that clean sheet earned me 9 points in that Arsenal team. Every time Arsenal clean, I get 9 points. That just looks like really, really good odds. Sar, unfortunately, in that 3-goal game for Palace, didn't do much. It was the Mateta cash-in game. Do I have regrets not owning Mateta? Of course, in hindsight, I do. But, I was always worried about Mateta's minutes in Europe, and I think that will catch up. But his data was there, and that's perhaps the lesson to be learned, that the data will catch up one way or another. If somebody's overperforming, the data will catch up there. If somebody's underperforming, the data should catch up there, unless you're Darwin Núñez or Timo Werner. The OGs that have been following me will know. But Sar looks like a good pick, and I think the game's points for him will come in the future. Not too worried. He's starting along with Mateta, Pino, Munoz. Richards is actually rested in the European game that's happening at the moment. Semenyo 4-pointer, not much to write about. Haaland 26-pointer, just look at him, man. Hands on fire. And it's insane. Think about it. In the last 7 minutes of that game, he could have had 2 more goals. Sterling Haaland, we don't need to look at... I don't think we need to look at a different captain for a while now. Unless you're like traveling away to Newcastle or something of that sort. Haaland's just the best captaincy option. You need to play FPL in a different way. João Pedro with a 2-pointer. A lot of people are talking about, he took no shots, but the first 30 minutes, Forest didn't take the chances. Then João Pedro for the next 25-30 minutes ran the show. He took 1 shot, which was far, but he created 2 chances, which should have been finished as well. So he was involved. And now I'm expecting him to play number 10 in the home game against Sunderland. Points are coming. I am feeling confident that points are coming. Fingers crossed, I'm not too worried about it. And obviously, my main man, Big Nick Energy, Nick Waltemade, man. What a player. Dimitar Berbatov-esque finish that was. Just so happy to own a player that I love, that I'm enjoying watching at the moment. And that going for Waltemade has reduced the pain of not going Mateta, because there was 8-9 points between them. Waltemade scored. Waltemade has Fulham at home without Anderson. And Mr. Mateta has Arsenal, who have 2 days extra rest compared to Crystal Palace, who they play this weekend as well. So I quite like that as a matchup. All right. Now, before we move further, just a quick shout out to Fantasy Football Scout. All the data that you see on the podcast and the planning tool that you see on my podcast on this video today will be from FPL Wire. So, become a member, scan the QR code. And if you become a member, scan this one or click on the link in the description below because you're helping us out. Right now, the big decision that I have is whether I should bench boost in Game Week 9 or not. Now, if I have to bench boost in Game Week 9, it means that I have to sell Mr. Anderson. Now, this is the exact quote from Marco Silva. He said that Joachim Anderson, as we suspected, and as I mentioned after the match, it's a muscular injury. Not so serious, but he's going to be out. He's going to be out for the Newcastle game. Now, it's nothing serious, but it's a hamstring injury. Normally, a nothing serious hamstring injury is about 2 to 3 weeks. I need a defender that plays this week, and I need a defender that plays next week because Senesi has Man City away, and Rodon has Forest away. So I want Rodon you can play, but I'd rather play a better defender next week. So if Anderson is, if Anderson is anyway going to be out next week, then I'd much rather bench boost in Game Week 9 and get it out of the way, because my alternate option is to bench boost in Game Week 11. Game Week 11 is closer to Game Week 12-13, where the fixture shift for Liverpool and Man City and Man United is happening, where I want to use transfers on these big players. I want to make big impact transfers. I haven't ruled out getting Mo Salah as well in Game Week 12. What's to say that we're in the middle of a pile-up right now, right? What's to say that in Game Week 11, again, we'll have one niggle, one injury here, there, and I will not be thinking of impact moves, and I'll be thinking of, oh my God, I need to sell one player to get a player that plays, and think of a bench boost again. So if possible, I know it's using an extra transfer right now in Game Week 9, but then I'll have Game Week 10, 11, and I'll go into Game Week 12 with 3 free transfers, which is fine, hopefully, unless I do Pedro to Mateta next week. But I feel like I want to use the bench boost right now. The only downside to using the bench boost right now is selling probably the best 4.5 million asset in Joachim Anderson. But we've been looking into potential replacements. I've got 0.5 million in the bank. I have transfers up to, I have budget up to 5 million to get the replacement for Anderson. Now, why do I want to use the bench boost? I've got Gabriel Timber. They're very much first teamers. Whether I bench boost or not, I'm going to play these Arsenal players, right? And I like them against Palace this week because they have 2 days extra rest compared to Palace. Palace are in form, insane, best team in the league for XG, big chances. I understand all of that. That's why I've got insurance, because I think the likeliest player to score against Arsenal, because I think Palace would rely on the counter, is Sarr. So I've got Gabriel Timber, Saka, Sarr. Senesi is Forest at home. Rodon has West Ham at home. And I love that as a fixture for Rodon. Dubravka has Wolves away. Good fixture. Semenyo and Senesi Forest at home. Pedro and Enzo Fernandez got Sunderland at home. Voltemada's got Fulham at home. Haaland's got Aston Villa away. Dewsbury Hall is playing a Spurs team without Romero at home, who have played Champions League. They will be less rested as well compared to Everton. I'm expecting that game to be sort of like a basketball-y game, because I don't think Spurs have looked the best defensively. Vicario saved them. That Monaco could have scored like Monaco biscuit, the good Jew in me. Monaco could have scored 4 or 5 goals against Spurs, but Vicario saved them. And whoever I get for Mr. Anderson, I just think it's a decent bench boost. Now, this bench boost, I'm comparing to this bench boost in Game Week 11, where I'll have Pope, Gabriel, Timber, and Saka play Sunderland away, great fixtures. Senesi and Semenyo play Aston Villa away. I don't know if it's the best fixture for Senesi, Aston Villa away. Enzo Fernandez, Pedro have Wolves at home. Is Pedro going to be nailed on by that time? Is Palmer going to be back? Will there be European rotation? So I'll have Saka, Gabriel, Timber, Haaland, Voltemade, and the Chelsea guys a little bit wavy from European rotation back then. But screw that, because I'm going to start them anyway, right? Let's talk about my bench. I've got Dubravka, who's got West Ham away. West Ham away, Wolves away. Okay, chalo, I'll say it's the same. Okay, let's say it's the same sort of fixture. Rodon has Forest away in 11, and he's got West Ham at home in Game Week 9. I definitely think it's the better fixture. Dewsbury Hall will have Fulham at home in Game Week 11 and Spurs at home in Game Week 9. Unpopular opinion, but I fancy him more against Spurs at home because I expect that to be sort of like a basketball-y game. I expect Fulham to sit deep, and I expect that to be 0-0 or 1-0 either way sort of game. I could see 2-3 goals in the game against Spurs at home. And then Joachim Anderson is Everton away if I don't spend a transfer there. So do I bench boost on Game Week 9 or 11? That's to see. And let's talk about the rotation, right? That's what I want to talk about. Liverpool assets, I don't have any, so that's fine. Arsenal have 3 away games in a row between Game Week 10 and 11. Burnley, Slavia Prague, and Sunderland away. 3 away games in a row. We might see some rotation there. Man City, not going to see any rotation because they play Liverpool. Haaland's going to play. Chelsea are playing Spurs away, then they're playing a European time away, then they're playing Wolves at home. We could see maybe a benching for Pedro or Enzo Fernandez. And Newcastle also have a European tie and 2 away ties in game week 10 and 11. So I'm a little worried about rotation and all of that. Injuries could happen because we're between game week 8 and 9 at the moment. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games away. Already Anderson is injured. Already we're seeing injuries to other players. What's to say I will have other injury problems? I feel like I've got a clear run. The only thing that I need to do, one thing, is to replace Joachim Anderson, who's my 4th defender. I think I want to play the bench boost. So at the moment, I'm leaning towards bench boost. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But what I will do, as always, on this team selection video, is I will let you guys know my decision an hour or two before deadline as a pinned comment on this video. So just watch out and I'll let you know what I'm doing. And I'm fancying the bench boost right now. I think I like it. I like the insurance of Sar against the Crystal Palace guys, etc., etc. I just think in Gimmick 11, the bench decision is quite easy, where I bench Rodon. I maybe even bench Senesi for the defender that I get in. That's where I am at the moment. Who am I getting for Joachim Anderson if I sell him this week is something we're going to discuss. But if you want to get involved with us or just support us, we've been offering free content and we've been around for a while. And if you just want to show some love to us, we'd be really, really grateful for that. Scan the QR code and hang with us on Discord. That's all I'll say. It's a great place to be. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to spend there this week because I was traveling for Diwali. I can't wait to get into the mixer. Right. Now, who do I want for Anderson if I'm selling him? The option for me that I've zeroed down on is Keane, because Branthwaite has an injury which is long term, versus Richards versus Malik Theo, who's 4.9 million. Now, where do I need my defenders? And that's the sort of planning that I've done. I need my defenders when Bournemouth have tough fixtures, because I don't play my Arsenal defenders all the time. If they play Chelsea away, I'll play my Arsenal defenders, doesn't matter. Where am I likely going to bench? I will need my defenders if I bench boost in Game Week 9. So I need a defender that has a decent fixture in Game Week 9. I need a defender in Game Week 10 when Senesi plays City away. Benching Senesi then. I'm hoping to bench Senesi in Game Week 11 probably because he's got Villa away. Then 12, 13, 14, I'm playing Senesi. West Ham at home, Sunderland away, Everton at home. In Game Week 15, Senesi plays Chelsea at home. I'd be happy to bench him if I can find a defender with a good fixture. Senesi plays United away in Game Week 16. I think we'll be decent by that time. I could bench Senesi then as well. So essentially the fixtures where I need defenders to play are Game Week 9, 10, 11. Game Week 15 and 16. That's why if you see, I've just filtered Game Week 9, 10, 11, 15 and 16 on Solio. By the way, I did the Solio activity after doing the activity on top when finding my rotation. And Solio agreed with the picks that I had in my head. So when Senesi has City away, Mr. Keane has Sunderland at home, and Malik Theo has West Ham away. Both good fixtures. So Keane has Sunderland away, and Theo has West Ham away. This week in Game Week 9, if I bench boost, Keane has Spurs at home, Theo has Fulham at home, and Richards has Arsenal away, which is not the healthiest. Also, Richards is benched today in Europe, so he's likely to play midweek, but it shows that he could be benched in certain games. So in the games that I need my defenders to play, Keane has Spurs at home, Sunderland away, Fulham at home, Forest at home, and Chelsea away. Theo actually has banker clean sheet fixtures, like really good clean sheet fixtures in Fulham at home, West Ham away, Brentford away. Then Theo has in Game Week 15, Burnley at home, banker fixture, and Game Week 16, Sunderland away. So he covers Senesi's rotation beautifully. The only problem with Malik Theo is that Newcastle United have 4 good centre backs in Botman, Schär, Theo, and Byrne. All fitness concerns, and Hall and Livermore are going to be fit soon. So is Byrne constantly going to play wing back? We don't know. So there's a little bit of a minutes worry. I spoke to a couple of Newcastle United fans in Neil, and shout out to Heko, who's an old friend of mine from the scout days, so I trust him. Both of them think that Eddie Howe doesn't change the centre back partnerships. He's good. And he's starting defender for Newcastle United now. But he's 4.9. Keane is 4.5 million. Why am I looking at just Keane and Theo and I'm not looking too much at Palace? Firstly, because I already own Sar. And I think Munoz and Morata are just better picks when it compared to Palace. I'm still worried about how they handle Europe. If you think about it, they're sitting in the bottom half of the table for XGC. They've conceded 5 goals in the last 2 games. So their defense isn't as watertight as it used to be, I think. And when the fixtures become really good, I might want Mateta. I might want Gehi because he's blessed by the gods. I might want Munoz. I don't know if I want to commit to Richards there. And anyway, the fixtures that I want Richards to play, Arsenal away, not the best. Brentford at home, good fixture. Brighton at home, not the best because Brighton score goals. Then in Game Week 15, Fulham away. And Game Week 16, City. The 2 fixtures are Arsenal at home and City, Arsenal away and City at home. So it just doesn't make sense. I'll probably get Munoz or Mateta. So that's why, honestly, I'm between Keane and Theo at the moment. And Theo's fixtures are banker. Keane is cheaper. Keane is great on set pieces. Keane is good for DEFCON. Keane has, I did the, Keane has 10.14 DEFCON per 90 versus Theo, who has got 8.86 Theo per 90, DEFCON per 90. Keane has 6 shots in the box. Theo has 5 shots in the box and very limited data. So, in fact, when I'm watching Newcastle United, he's also the first target on set pieces as well. But, he's got banker fixtures, all of that. But the problem with Theo is, A, is he nailed on? Is there a minutes concern? And B, right? Yeah, that's it. The minutes concern with Theo is an issue. And that's a huge problem. And yeah, B, there is a B, sorry. He's 0.4 million more than Michael Keane. I need my 4th defender to play 4 or 5 games. Do I save the 0.4 million? Will it be useful when I'm trying to get Isak or Salah or Bumo? All these guys in Game Week 12. I don't know, man. How do I value 0.4 million? You guys tell me. And just look at the rotation for the guy in where I need Theo in Game Week 9 to 11, 15 and 16, right? So 9, just after a European game, he started against Ajax. So no, not Ajax. He started Benfica. Small chance he gets rotated, but I don't think so. West Ham, I think Shar gets the game against Spurs in the Carabao Cup. Could he get rotated in this European and league tie? Then I think he'll play Game Week 12. I don't need him in Game Week 12. I need him Burnley. Burnley is the end of that fixture rotation crunch between Everton, Spurs, Burnley. Then I need him Sunderland, but there's a European tie there as well. So there is a little bit of a rotation turn. Whereas Keane's fixture proof, man. He's starting defender for Everton. That's it. Newcastle United are a way superior defense, right? Compared to Everton. What do you guys think, man? It's tough. Between the two, I think I'm 80% there, 75 to 80% there with bench boost 9. Unless obviously there is one more injury that crops up in the pressers tomorrow. Then I won't bench boost. Then I'll just play. And then I'll look to do it in 11. What do I do, guys? So this is what I did with Solio as well, which is a pretty cool fixture. I just picked out these 5 gimmicks where I need my defenders to rotate with Senesi. It gave out Senesi the option because I filtered up to 5 million. It likes Keane. It likes Malik Theo. Keane's better this week. Malik Theo's... Keane's better this week. Why is Keane better this week? Is it just because the minutes are slower? It's probably because the minutes are low. Because clean sheet odds are better for Newcastle United this week. So I probably need to up the... Let me just, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to quickly go to Folio and see what happens if I take the minutes up. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to do this very quickly. Projections. Defender up to 5 million. Great content, right? Stay with me. I need a defender filter. Like game weeks. 10, 11. I don't need in 12. I need in 13. 9, 10, 11. 15, 16. Okay. Yeah, I got Theo. And to take his minutes up. Taking his minutes up to taking his minutes high and everything. Whoa. The moment I take his minutes up, he comes really close to Keane, but he doesn't beat Keane. It's very close between the two. This is one I'm going to contemplate. Look at the Newcastle forum, see what they say about Theo. But I think Keane is just no-brainer, right? He's a good set-piece option. Spurs is a good fixture. Sunderland is a good fixture. Fulham is a good fixture. 2 home games out of that. He might hit DEFCON in 2 games. Get 1 clean sheet. Maybe spike a return on that place because he's good. I don't know, man. I'm going to contemplate this tomorrow and see. Let me know if you guys think I should bench boost in this week. Let me know if who should I get as a defender. And that's that this week. If you guys need anything else, let me know. This is what my team is going to look like. 70% there with a bench boost. If I don't bench boost, I am still wondering whether I should play Sar or Rodon. But I fancy my bench players, man. I want to bench boost. Instinct. That's where I am. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like and subscribe. And watch out for process video and watch out for Zos video. Take it. Good luck, guys.